Hi everybody, I'm just going to show you a quick recipe. It's leek and potato soup. I absolutely love doing this. I'm not going to show you the full preparation, but I am going to show you what is in it. Obviously leeks. The recipe says a pound of leeks. Now I don't think when I've prepared this I'm going to have quite a pound. And it says a pound of potatoes, so whatever I've got in leeks I will do the same in potatoes. And I think it'll be just less than a pound. I'll show you that when I've prepared it all. I've got some double cream, which we don't use until the end. I've got 1 onion. I've got some oxos to make 2 pints of chicken, or you can use vegetable. I like chicken. Stock, and also, excuse me while I do this. I've got some frozen garlic. This is just garlic, and I like to use the garlic. Just not a lot, probably if you're using the frozen, probably about half a teaspoon, 1 to 2 small cloves if you're using fresh. It just gives it that little bit extra. Obviously salt and pepper, and a 1/4 pint of milk, just a 1/4 pint. So that's the actual recipe. I'm going to prepare it all and then I'm going to show you how to cook it, so you don't want to watch me preparing it. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Right, I've prepped everything and I'm just going to try and show you. This is the leeks. I had just a little bit less than a pound, about 15.5 ounces, so I've done exactly the same with the potato. So all I did was quarter them lengthways, half them, then quarter them again, and then chop them up to bits. So there's about 15.5 ounces there. Potatoes, all I've done is cube them. You want roughly everything about the same size so it cooks well. This is going to be cooked last. I have a medium onion, which again I've just diced up, and I've got about a teaspoon of frozen garlic. I have 2 pints of chicken stock. It's just 2 chicken stock cubes in 2 pints of water. I have my 1/4 pint of milk, and I have some butter, and that really is just a spoonful. I hope you can see inside. What I'm doing is I've got this on the lowest heat because it's a white soup. You need everything to be done slowly. It's going to take probably about 20 minutes just to soften the leeks and the onion and the garlic. So I'm just gently melting that. Once that's melted, I'll put in the onion and the garlic, and then the leeks. It's just about melted. So the onion and the garlic go in. And like I say, this is not going to sizzle or anything. You want everything just really slowly. I know this is sort of quite a winter time soup, but to be truthful, I like leek and potato soup anytime. And if I show you what it was like outside, it's the 31st of May and it is throwing it down with rain. It's windy and it's cold, so it feels like winter. So I'm just going to let this just soften and put the leeks in as well. So it's no need to wait for that to soften. So all the leeks can go in. I know it seems like a lot for just a little bit of butter, but it will soften down. And what you want to do is just let this in its own time cook down till it's about half the size of what there is now. It looks like there's an awful lot in there. If you feel it is a little bit dry, a little bit more butter, but you don't want at the end of the day where you have your soup and you've got yellow bits of butter floating on the top, because that means you've used too much butter. So keep it moving. I'm going to let this cook. I'm going to come back to you. Right, it's been about 15 to 20 minutes, probably about 20 minutes, and you can see that that's gone really soft. It's not burning, there's no brown bits or anything. So what I'm going to do now is I've drained my potatoes, so I'm going to add my potatoes, just give it a stir. and I'm going to add my stock. I'm going to bring it to the boil, so I've just turned it right up. If it's hissing that you can hear, I use a gas oven, so, and that was my back door slamming because I've had it open, and it's really, really windy. So I'm going to bring that to the boil, and then I'm going to let it simmer. I'm going to cover it for about 15 to 20 minutes. It doesn't want to be vigorously boiling, but when you test it, you want the potatoes to just be holding their own, but nice and soft. I'll come back to you. Right, my soup's had 20 minutes. I've been checking it, been giving it a stir. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Just give it a stir. You want to start being a little bit gentle now, because the potatoes are cooked, but they're still holding their shape. You see that? They are cooked. So now everything is cooked. I'm just going to add my milk. It's my 1/4 pint of milk. I don't salt this at all, simply because I use OXO cubes, or I don't know if you call them bouillon cubes, but they're quite salty, so I don't use them. I'm going to turn that up, just bring that back up to the boil, and I'm going to put some black pepper in. And if you want to add salt, more salt, then I would suggest you do that at the table when you've served it. So this is my soup. This just needs to come back up to the boil, and then it's done. It's finished. It's just ready to heat that milk through. But me being me as usual, I like to add some cream. So I'm just going to let that boil, which is nearly there. And this is the nicest soup. It's my absolute favourite. I usually wait until Aldi's have got leeks on special, about 69, 59p. You usually get about 3 big leeks in. It's enough to make this much soup. This is a lot. And I never freeze this soup, so I virtually live on this for 2 days. Because it doesn't freeze well, the potato goes mushy. So I'm going to turn that completely off. And I'm going to add some cream. This is heavy cream. You don't have to add this. You can be really healthy. Add fromage frais. I think you could even add quark to it if you tried. I've never done it. This is very naughty, but it makes such a difference. Stir that through. And what I like to do is to serve. I usually like my nice pretty dish. I can't talk today. And just serve it in the dish. And for special people only, they get a dribble of cream. And that is my leek and potato soup. I hope you can see that. The way I serve it, I'm just going to try and show you. So I'm going to spin you round. I have from Aldi's, I buy these. They're just the white rolls, the Sunny Hills. They're not frozen when you buy them. You just get 4 in a pack, and they're about, I don't know, 60, 70p. I stick them in the freezer, and I just take 2 out. They'll go in the oven for about 10 minutes, quite high, and they will be gorgeous with the soup. So that's how I serve it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you like this sort of recipes that I'm doing. They're not mad, they're not hard to do. The soup is easy as long as you don't mind standing for about 10 minutes prepping all your leeks and stuff like that. which if you're a good cook you don't mind doing. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, comment down below if you do make it, send me a picture. Okay, thanks for now, bye.